Greetings, my sisters and brothers, in the love and in the light of our one infinite Creator. Today's discussion will be on the different densities in our octave of existence. And today's information will be general information from the Law of One, the raw material.
Questioner. Is there any physical difference between first and second density? For instance, if I could see a second density plant and a first density plant side by side in my present condition, could I see both of them? Would they be both visible? I am raw. This is correct. All of the octaves of your densities would be clearly visible were not the fourth through the seventh freely choosing not to be visible. 28.15 questioner. Now, as the major galaxy is created, and I am assuming all of its densities, I am assuming there are 8 densities created when this major galaxy is created. Is this correct? I am raw. This is basically correct. However, it is well to perceive that the 8th density functions also as the beginning density or first density in its later stages of the next octave of densities. 32.12 questioner. Can you give me an idea how the different colors? This is a difficult question to ask. I hardly have any words. What I'm trying to get at is how the different colors, I might say, originate as these functions or the essence, you might say, of the origin of these colors as functions for these different expressions in consciousness. I don't know if this question is sufficient. I am raw. This question is sufficiently clear for us to attempt explanation of what, as you have observed, is not easily grasped material for the intellectual mind. The nature of vibration is such that it may be seen as having mathematically straight or narrow steps. These steps may be seen as having boundaries. Within each boundary, there are infinite gradations of vibration or color. However, as one approaches a boundary, an effort must be made to cross that boundary. These colors are a simplistic way of expressing the boundary division of your density. There is also the time-space analogy, which may be seen as the color itself in a modified aspect. 41.16 questioner. And then what entity would be the simplest that would have red, orange, yellow, and green activation? I am raw. This information has been covered in a previous session. To perhaps simplify your asking, each center may be seen to be activated potentially in third density. The late second density entities having the capability, if efficient use is made of experience, of vibrating and activating the green ray energy center. The third density being having the potential for complete self-awareness, thus has the potential for the minimal activation of all energy centers. The fourth, fifth, and sixth densities are those refining the higher energy centers. The seventh density is a density of completion and the turning towards timelessness or foreverness. 45.11 questioner. Can you tell me the purpose or philosophy behind the fourth, fifth, and sixth density positive and negative social memory complexes? I am raw. The basic purpose of a social memory complex is that of evolution. Beyond a certain point, the evolution of spirit is quite dependent upon the understanding of self and other self as creator. This constitutes the basis for social complexes. When brought to maturity, they become social memory complexes. The fourth density and sixth density find these quite necessary. The fifth positive uses social memory in attaining wisdom, though this is done individually. In fifth negative, much is done without aid of others. 62.27 questioner. I have a question that I couldn't properly answer last night. It was asked by Morris. It has to do with the vibrations of the densities. I understand that first density is composed of core atomic vibrations that are in the red spectrum, second in the orange, etc. Am I to understand that the core vibrations of our planet are still in the red and that second density beings are still in the orange at this time space or space time right now, and that each density as it exists on our planet at this time has a different core vibration? Or is this incorrect? I am raw. This is precisely correct. 77.15 questioner. The specific question that I had was that it seems to me that the choice was planned to create intense polarization past third density so that experience would be intense past third density. Is this correct? I am raw, given that our interpretation of your sound vibration complexes is appropriate. This is incorrect. The intensity of fourth density is that of the refining of the rough hue sculpture. This is, indeed, in its own way, quite intense, causing the mind-body-spirit complex to move ever inward and onward in its quest for fuller expression. However, in third density, the statue is forged in the fire. This is a type of intensity which is not the property of fourth, fifth, sixth, or seventh densities. 78.17 questioner. Why do the densities have the qualities that they have? You have named the densities with respect to their qualities. This density being that of self-awareness, the fourth density being that of love, etc. Can you tell me why these qualities exist in that form? Is it possible to answer this question at all? I am raw. It is possible. 78.18 questioner. Would you please answer that? I am raw. The nature of the vibratory range, peculiar to each quantum of the octave, is such that the characteristics of it may be described with the same certainty with which you perceive a color with your optical apparatus, if it is functioning properly. So that wraps up general information on densities. Next video, we're going to jump right into first density. In the love and in the light of our one infinite creator, we thank you, one infinite creator, for your love and your light, always one. I love you, my brothers and sisters. Have a blessed day.
That look. Those sad bare eyes with that evil fucking smile. I'm like, yeah, whatever. Right. Yeah.